Hi everyone, this is Thalia and Miana, and we'll be talking about music. So someone actually suggested this to us towards, in Twitter. And we thought it was a good idea. So we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about the music we like. So maybe we should start with like genres. What kind of genres that you like?
Uh, I hear a lot of different things, but the genres that I usually always go back to is alternative rock and that area and metal. It's the
Yeah.
things that I listen to the most. Apart from that is soundtracks. I listen to a lot of soundtracks.
Yeah.
What about you?
For me, like right now, and it's always been like that. Like openings and endings from anime. I
Yeah.
download like a bunch of them every season, and in there, I also like a few artists a lot that I follow and that I actually buy the albums from. And then for genres itself, it's like more from rock to metal to hardcore, but in the rock genre, like all that kind of stuff, and like pop rock and all that. I like that as well. And sometimes I would just listen to some commercial music, but not much. It doesn't happen a lot, but
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah.
I'm like that as well. Like sometimes it's just there's one or two groups that you like that are more commercial.
Yeah.
But was it always like that for you? Was like since you were a kid, that's the kind of genres that you stuck to, or has it
Yeah.
evolved a lot?
I've always listened to like rock to like metal. Like it's always been like that since I was little. So it started with like Linkin Park and Evanescence and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it started with that, and it only went further from that and
Yeah.
more
I still
like,
have two Evanescence albums.
oh yeah, I have three or four, I don't know. But then again, I have like over 100 CDs, and I still have vinyl as well and all that stuff. So
I don't own a lot. I stopped buying when I stopped using like the CD player
mm,
because when I was little, my parents have a big CD collection.
yeah.
So I got used to just taking a CD out of there and putting it playing when I was like 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that for a long time. So then I had a couple of CDs and I had one of those portable CD players that no one that's far younger than us recognizes, but
Yeah.
we still know that.
I
You know?
still even had the cassette ones
Yeah,
when I
I
was
have
very
one of
young. Yeah.
same thing. And so afterwards, when I got my first MP3 at the time,
Mm.
I stopped buying CDs mostly.
Yeah.
And start because I was spending a lot of money in books at that time as well. So I was like, since I'm not going to use my CD player, I'd rather buy the books.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I understand that in a way. I still buy them because I like having the copy in my hands. I like
so do
having
I.
it.
It's just that I stopped doing that as much. But I wish I could get back into it.
Yeah.
It's
I only like last week I bought 3 CDs again. So I mean, for me it keeps going. I can't stop buying CDs, and it's not like I'm gonna buy them the moment they come out. I usually wait till it's like a bit cheaper. But then
yeah,
again, CDs aren't that expensive anymore, anyways. Like it used to be more expensive. So yeah, I just
yeah.
buy the CDs from my favorite bands and all that stuff, and I just keep in mind like if I have a car, I'll have enough CDs to put in there and change a lot. So I keep that in mind instead of
That's one of the
using
things
something
that I
else.
thought as well. I was like, because you know that I have a driver's license, but I basically don't drive.
Yeah,
And I was like, when I have a car, either I'll need one with like an iPod plug,
yeah,
and does that work with that, or I'll need to go back into buying CDs, or just record a lot of them, like with the songs that I have on my computer. But that takes too much work, and it's not as good as having the original. So I don't know.
yeah. I mean, it's easier just plugging in your iPod or iPhone or whatever MP3 thing. But I mean, I still like having the CD, putting in the CD. Still have to like push the buttons to get to that song and all that stuff. I still like that. I don't know. Maybe it's like more nostalgia for me as well. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just like
it's
it.
it's different. It's a different experience. I like it as well. And we still do that a lot, like when I'm with my parents and we go somewhere with the car, there's always someone that chooses the music for that trip. Like
Yeah.
either my dad will have a CD or I'll have my iPod or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just something. Music has always been a big part of my life, and I know it has been a big part of your life. So if you want to talk little bit about that.
Yeah. I just go to a lot of shows and concerts. Before I did like YouTube, I used to do photography and I did photography for bands. So yeah, I got into like a lot of concerts and festivals and all of that stuff because of that. And I got to meet a lot of cool bands from all over the world because of that. So because of that, I got to know more music as well. So I just kept going and going, and I was always up to date about every new band and new song that came out. But now that's been a bit less because I'm more focused on anime right now, but I'm still like up to date with like new albums and all that stuff. So, and I don't go to shows as much anymore because I just don't have the time anymore. And but if there's like a show that I really want to go to, I just make time and I just go there. So, but yeah, it's not as much as it used to be. I used to go to shows like 2 times every week or 1 time.
Wow.
Like every week I was gone somewhere, going to a show, meeting up with friends, and that was it. So
No,
yeah.
son, don't come out now. I was fixing the lighting earlier. Damn it.
No,
I
it's
hate
fine.
rainy days. What was the first concert that you ever went to?
It was a local show in Bruges, and it was with like some hardcore bands, like local hardcore bands. And yeah, that was like my first show, but I think I was only like 14 something, and I went on my own just with friends. I was like, bye. So yeah, and that was the first one, and I stage dived on the first one as well.
Oh God.
Yeah, I was like, oh fuck it. And I was just yeah.
Hardcore Thalia. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
if you'll probably find some pictures of me that I'm like stage diving or crowd surfing because yeah, I used to do that a lot. So yeah. What
My
about you?
first concert was I don't how old was I? 6 or 7. I went with my parents
Mm.
to watch a British pop rock band called the Cranberries.
Oh yeah, I like them.
They came to Portugal, and my parents had, and they still do, have 3 CDs of them, which I've stolen a couple of times. So I have like the tracks on my computer,
Yeah.
and so we went there, and I still remember parts of it because I have very good musical memory.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of weird. But my sister complains all the time because sometimes there are songs, for instance, I had a huge Avril Lavigne phase,
Oh,
which
me
I
too.
really like that.
Yeah,
I
me
still
too.
have like the CDs. I don't listen to it basically never unless
Mm.
I'm really in the mood to go like nostalgia trip and listen to that, or if it's like on the radio and I'm like, and I start singing and my sister's like, you haven't heard this for years, how do you know like all the pauses in the song and the lyrics? And I was like, I don't know.
It's normal. I have that too at Linkin Park. I have all the CDs, like, well, not the 2 latest ones, but otherwise I have all of them, and I still know all the lyrics of the first CD out of my heart because
The
I
two
listen to it that
latest
much.
ones are so soft for Linkin Park. I'm like,
It's more, it's like more electronic. Like
the
it's
latest one, yeah,
yeah.
but the Minutes to Midnight one.
Oh yeah, that
That
one
one
was
is
I
a
thought it
lot.
was a bit boring as well. That
Yeah,
one.
it's
Yeah.
very commercial for the most part.
Yeah, they were
So
already pretty commercial. I mean, everyone knew what Linkin Park was about, and then they
yeah,
kind of changed. But I guess maybe they were kind of like sick of doing the same thing over and over again. Like I can kind of understand that, but yeah. There's
yeah,
always that's always a thing. Like bands always have one bad CD or like one or two. It depends on how much they make, but there's always like one that's less than all the other ones.
yeah. It also depends a lot on because there are bands that change their style super often, and there
Hmm.
are bands that stick to the same style a lot. So then when they make something different, usually it's the reactions are very split.
Yeah, it's true.
And I remember that one of the last CDs that I got was actually my dad brought it to me from Bath in England because he went there and he knew that the release was around that time because I was
Hmm.
following that. which was Death Magnetic by Metallica.
Oh.
And I remember that CD has such a 50-50 reaction to it because they hadn't released the CD in so long, and the one before that was super hated by the fans. So no, it's getting worse.
Yeah, a little bit. I can still see you.
I can fix this while we're recording. It's just that it's annoying. But yeah, that was probably one of the last ones that I got.
Yeah.
And yeah, perfect.
There you go.
Then it's going to get dark, but pro lighting.
But yeah, what are like some of your favorite bands then?
It changes a lot, but it ends up going back to the same. Like in terms of metal, like towards the gothic metal side of the thing, I was always a big fan of Nightwish. It's just that I didn't like the new vocalist, but now she left, so I'm very hopeful for the new album, which is a first for the last years. Because for anyone that knows Nightwish, they had Thalia as their first vocalist. And then, like, when I first started listening to it, they had just split. I was like, no!
That's so typical.
Yeah. So then they got the new vocalist, which is a lot more... Her voice is more suited for folk rock. So it kind of didn't work as well. And now they split with that one, and they'll have new vocalists, which sounds more towards their style, because she did the tour with them in the latest tour. They were already split with the last vocalist, so they got her as a guest, and now she will become a member. And that sounded good with her singing. So I'm like, maybe they're coming back, but we'll see. And then what have I been listening to? I listened to Muse. I listened to something like Linkin Park, that kind of thing that you already mentioned. I listened to as well. I've been listening to a lot of Scar Symmetry since it has been recommended to me, and Opeth was also recommended to me. So it's okay. I've been listening to a surprisingly large amount of One Republic, which is not my style at all.
I have some songs of them on my
Some of
computer
them
as
are
well.
some of them are really good, and others are super commercial. But I've just been listening to it a lot, so now I'm used to it. But I think I'll get tired at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I like some songs, but not all of them.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat pretty much. And then, like, towards the anime fraction, I've been listening to Spire, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, that sort of trend, and also the soundtracks for what were the latest ones that I have been listening to? Oh, Zankyo no Terror, obviously, and Chunibyo. I've been getting back to that soundtrack for some reason.
Yeah, I actually never listened to that one. I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find it, so I just gave up.
I'll just super legally send you the link afterwards.
Cool.
So yeah, what have you been listening to lately? Because I know you are always up to date, way more than I am. I'm just too lazy.
For more like non-Japanese, the last 3 CDs I bought was from Deftones, Panic! At the Disco, and Bastille.
Oh, you got the new one from Panic.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I still have to listen to that one more.
Yeah, I got it because like I saw them live not too long ago, and I really liked it live. So, and I didn't check out the new CD yet, so now I bought it because I liked it that much.
That is actually pretty good, because the people that I know that have watched Panic live say that they're not as good live.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's all different people now. Only the singer is the original one.
Yeah.
So I think I saw them way before as well with the first or second CD, and they are way better now live. It's probably just because of the other musicians.
Members,
yeah, I think so. Also, the fact that it's more electronical as well, I guess that makes it a little easier. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Because,
guess.
yeah, otherwise it were like live instruments all the way. And now it's like that and some back tracks and all that stuff. So, otherwise, so many bands. I have Underoath Tattoo, and Underoath is one of my favorite bands. Then other ones are Architects, Memphis Mayfire, Bring Me the Horizon I like as well, but live they aren't so good. So I'll just say that I've seen them more than 5 times and it's always been kind of meh. But yeah, the atmosphere is always fun. So
Yeah.
So many bands. I should.
Oh, Arctic Monkeys. I've been listening to that as well.
I like that. Yeah, I like them too. And
I was going to go. Me and Thalia had discussed going to see them live this summer, but then it didn't happen.
yeah, because
So
money and all that stuff.
money and time. I wasn't even in Portugal when that happened. So,
Oh yeah, right.
so yeah. Next time we have because like obviously Thalia has been. Oh, you've been part of a band as well, right?
Well, kind of, yeah, but it wasn't anything too special.
Yeah, but like what I mean is music was a big part of our lives, like even apart from just listening to it.
Yeah.
When did you start like making part of music, not just being a bystander? Like,
When I was like 15 something, I wanted to sing myself, so I started practicing more and more, and yeah, that's when an idea of a band happened. So we tried that for a little while, but it didn't really work out because I was too nervous all the time. I wasn't confident enough with my
Yeah.
voice. It's still the same. Like I would never sing for someone else, so except for like my best friend or something. But I did
Yeah.
make a video with him like a few years ago, acoustic like cover that we did, and I did put that on YouTube. So I did have some positive reactions because of that. It was a cover of A Day to Remember, and that's also a band that I like a lot. And yeah, I don't know. I would still like to do it, but it's just that I'm not confident enough, and I'm too nervous to think what other people will think about it because I'm
Yeah.
still like it's not good enough. It's not good enough. So I just need to
I'm exactly
practice.
the same about my voice. I really like to sing, and I would like to like make some covers and stuff.
Yeah.
But for the first factor is I don't even have like a mic that's good enough for singing at this point.
Yeah.
But also like just being super nervous when I have to sing for other people. So, but I did play the piano for a long time. So like the first time that I started playing the piano, I was 5. Yeah. So I played the piano from 5 till 14, 15, something like that. Yeah, 14. And then I did play in a band for and sang like back vocals, but that was not even a year, and it was in a music school, so it was not a big deal as well.
Yeah. But
It
still
was
being
just
part of that is fun
yeah,
though. Yeah.
it's really entertaining. I really like to do that, but yeah, I never had the time or confidence to get singing lessons
Yeah.
either. So
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just
same.
nope.
And also, like, for me, knowing that most of my friends here in Belgium are in bands and they do play an instrument or they sing or whatever, and they're so much better. So for
Oh
me, that
yeah,
just brings it down for me because I'm like, damn, that's impressive. And I'm here, like, I don't know.
yeah, I know that feeling.
So I'd rather be just friends with my friends that are in bands than just have a band myself. I think
Yeah,
that's fine
I
for
have
me.
friends that's like I have friends that sing very well,
Mm-hmm.
even though they say they don't, but they do, and I'm like I'm not even there yet.
Yeah, I
So,
know, right? I have the same with my best friend. He's in a band called Now Voyager, and they're like, well, not famous, but like quite popular like now in the UK and all that stuff. And his vocals are very good, and he even took like more lessons, and it's even better. And always when he's done with his show, he's like, was it good? Was it, did I even sing right? I was like, yeah, dude, I mean, please have some confidence. So I guess it's just like a music thing, that you're never confident about your own voice, because there will always be people that you think are better than you. So I think that's
Yeah.
typical thing.
It's a very, I think it's because it's also very out there. You have to expose yourself a lot when you're singing.
Yeah. And a lot of people are watching you or listening to
Yeah.
you, so
And usually you're right in the front. It's not like
yeah.
if you're a drummer, usually you can be way shyer because you're like in the back. Even though like I'm not complaining, I love the drums. I would like to know how to play them. It's amazing.
I
Like one of
tried.
the things that I like the most about like bands that are towards like the rock and metal genre is when you have those drums that have very full sound, like those big drums that just do very low thumps. I love it. Just
Yeah. Yeah, I tried playing the drums. I didn't have enough patience for that. Well, I had, but it was a double bass that I didn't have enough patience for to do everything at the same time.
yeah.
And then I tried playing guitar. I still have my guitar here, acoustic one, but I didn't have patience for that either. So I was like, okay, I'll just stick with singing.
I started learning that by myself, the guitar as well, because my mom had a guitar and my uncle had a guitar, so I sometimes just picked it up. And when I was little, I just like tried to find melodies, even though I wasn't trying to play right. I didn't even pick up the guitar right, and it was huge for me, and I didn't even care. I was just like trying to play a song. But last summer, I started learning some of the bases. It's just that I didn't have the time.
Yeah.
And when I do have the time, I have other things to do. I don't remember. I'm going to pick up the guitar and learn now. So yeah, that's kind of not happening soon.
But yeah, I talked about like normal bands, but I still like Japanese bands as well. Some of I follow is like One OK Rock, Hello Sleepwalkers.
Oh yeah, I forgot those. Damn.
Fear and Loathing in Vegas as well. Kalafina, Nano.
Oh yeah, Kalafina, Nano.
There's a few more. Stereo Pony, I like a lot. Yui, Lisa.
Yes.
All of those, like
I agree with all of those.
Yeah.
All of those, I agree with.
Those
Also,
are the ones that have the
Fiction
most
Junction,
openings.
which was like the group before Calafina was formed. And it's also based around the same composer.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't know that.
It's not as hardcore as Calafina. Like Calafina is a lot more towards that side of the spectrum. But most of the members are the same, so the type of voices and the type of composition is more or less the same.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Might look that up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we should probably stop ranting about music at this point, because this would be a very long episode.
Yeah.
We can actually like do it in 2 parts. So if you guys want us to talk more about this, just tell us, because we can talk a lot more about music.
Yeah, exactly. And I have so much more bands that I like, but
Yeah.
if I have to name them all, I don't have enough time probably. So, but yeah, exactly. Like if you guys have like questions or something, or if you want us to make another part of this, you can just leave it in the comments.
Or just recommend bands in some genre or something like that.
Yeah, and we can check it out. And if we have already, we will just let you know. So yeah,
exactly. So
that will be it. Otherwise, if next week won't be a part 2, we will talk about the fall season.
Yeah.
So that will be exciting. Yeah. A lot of good shows are coming up, especially like season 2s.
Yeah. So we'll go through that next week probably.
Yeah, exactly. So if you don't have internet problems like we had today, it will be up on time. Yeah, it will be up on time next week. So it all depends on that, and we'll see. Also, sorry for me being sick, because I can notice from that I'm like talking through my nose.
I am as well. Sorry about the light changing, but I can't. I have tried, but I still can't control the weather. So
still not. One day.
No, one day.
Yeah. Okay, but that's it for this episode. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next Friday.
Bye.
Bye.